Sanam, hello, happy Saturday. Happy Halloween. Let's wait a few moments to let some people sign on here. I always get on about 5 minutes early so I can just run through some basics. So welcome everybody. Happy October 31st. Happy full moon. Happy Halloween. I had bought a set of antlers for Honey and I couldn't even, not even 2 seconds. And she's not having it. So you got to respect it. It wasn't her choice and she chose against it. So welcome. Hello. This is Kundalini Yoga with Looney. I do my Saturday live streams at 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern every Saturday since March. And it's been really fun to connect with people in this way and, find new students of Kundalini Yoga. For those of you who would practice with me in the studio normally, this is our new way of connecting in addition to my yoga club classes on my website. So let's start with some basics. All of the music today will be used through an app called Yogi Tunes, which makes proper use of copyrighted music through Yogi Tunes. You find me here every Saturday on YouTube. And you can also find me on my website practicing live, teaching live twice a week for Kundalini, twice a week for flow on what's called Yoga Club. So if you go to my website, carolooney.com, and you look to the upper tab for Yoga Club, you will see a registration option there for all different types of class packages. Maybe you're just a flow person with me. Maybe you're just a Kundalini person with me. Maybe you like to do both. You have options for all of those types of packages in a very affordable rate. And you can also join me for drop-ins. Starting this coming week, I will be having morning classes. So I'll be hosting Thursday morning Kundalini on Yoga Club at 7 a.m. And then starting on November 10th, I'll be hosting a Tuesday morning flow class at 7 a.m. So that'll be helpful to those of you who want to get a practice in before you dial into work or log into work, or even maybe, go the old-fashioned route and actually drive into work. What else? If you would like to donate to today's class, you can do so through, it's not required or anything, if you want to make an energy exchange, that's always appreciated. You could do so through PayPal, through carolooneyyoga@gmail.com. That's the email address associated with my PayPal account. You can also find me on Zelly and Square Cash. If for any reason our live stream gets cut short, it's happened once or twice, it's worth noting that you could just jump right back onto my YouTube channel and I'll reinstitute a new class. If you were trying to initiate class by way of any links that I might have sent prior to the beginning of class, that link would no longer work if the class was cut short. Hi, Howard. Satnam. Thanks for joining. Happy Halloween. I tried to put Honey in a little costume this morning. Not happening. I bought her a little set of antlers. But, I should have known. She's got one of those personalities that's like, no, I didn't agree to this and I'm not doing it. So you got to respect that. Let's think what else. We got the donation aspect out of the way. If you want to donate, you can do it through PayPal, Zelly, or Square Cash under carolooneyyoga@gmail.com. Energy exchanges are always appreciated, though they're not required. All music today will be done by Yogi Tunes. You can find me for additional classes 4 times a week on my online platform on my website called Yoga Club. So you could go to carolooney.com, go to the top toolbar and find the Yoga Club tab, and you have a bunch of different registration options. And then already members, you could just go to the login tab at the top of the screen and log into Yoga Club classes there. Very easy. I've had a lot of new updates made to my website, so if you get a chance to check it out, please do so. Always trying to, keep things up and running in a very efficient and proper way. What else might I be forgetting? Today, we're going to be working on ancestral karma, clearing ancestral karma. I think the time and the energy of the time of Halloween and, Halloween being historically evolved into what it is today as a result of an ancient Celtic practice kind of celebrate. It was a festival celebrating called Samhain, celebrating the end of the harvest. And it was also a time where it was believed that the veil between the material world and the spiritual world was very thin. Right around this time, the ancient Celts believed, the time when their ancestors would walk the earth in the moonlight. So I thought it would be a wonderful time to work with clearing some ancestral karma and learning a little bit more about karma in general and ancestral karma. We have our personal karma, we have our past life karma, and then we have ancestral karma. So 3 types of karma there that the yogis talk about. So we'll be working with ancestral karma today. Let's see what else. Our 40-day meditation is going along nice and strong. We'll be starting a new one probably at the end of November, early December. So if you're not already on my email list, please jump onto my website, carollooney.com, and go to the contact section to get on my mailing list, or email me at carollooneyyoga@gmail.com, and I'll put you on my mailing list. And then you get, notified of upcoming changes to the yoga club schedule, to the advertisements about new things coming up and all that wonderful stuff. Good to see so many of you on today. Happy Halloween, happy full moon. And let's get started today. So we have actually 2 practices. We're going to do a meditation in the beginning of our Kriya set and a meditation at the end of our Kriya set, focusing on clearing karma, ancestral karma and karma in general. I have kind of a tickly nose today. Sorry about that. It is what it is. So there may be a sneeze or 2 that come out of the blue. That's just how it is these days. All right, it's 12:02. Let's get started. Welcome, guys. Good to see you. Please feel free to enter into the text field. Let me know who you are. If you're new to Kundalini Yoga, or if you're new to me, I'd love to know who you are. All right, let's get started. Speakers on. All right. Let me get on my little pillow. Okay, let's close the eyes first to start. Shoulders down and away. Get a little loosening up in the neck. Okay. Take a few deep breaths in through the nose and sigh it out. Just settling the nervous system a little bit. As we close the eyes and start breathing deeply, we settle the nervous system and we start to change our perception from being focused on the thoughts, from being focused on the past or the future, and settle ourselves into present awareness. We begin every Kundalini Yoga class with an invocational mantra. Let's take one more breath in through the nose. And exhale. And there's one little cue that I want to make conscious to you guys. Oftentimes I will say, take a deep inhale, suspend the breath, and push the belly out. And the reason I indicate for you to push the belly out is because oftentimes when we inhale and hold the breath, we suck the belly in and we puff up at the chest. It's not necessarily what we want to be doing in a yoga practice. Instead, when we inhale, we want to fill up as much of the abdominal cavity as we can. So that includes not only the lungs and the ribs, but it also includes the belly and the diaphragm. So I will say inhale and push the belly out, which will transfer you from just filling up here and move you into filling up here. Okay, so I'll say inhale, suspend the breath, root lock, push the belly out, third eye. And that's a lot for some of you who are newer. And just like, learning how to drive a car, it's a million different steps until it's just one process. And the same thing holds true for things like breath retention and all of that. Root lock, pushing out the belly, suspending the breath, and third eye all become one process after a while. So be easy on yourself and don't try, or don't let yourself get frustrated if you're not getting it all at once, right? It's a process. That's why we call it a practice, because it takes a while to get it all together. Looks like we have Lauren. Hi, Satnam. Happy Saturday. Happy Halloween. Okay, so let's tune in. Let's rub our palms together. We tune in with a sacred mantra called the Adi mantra. And then I tune in also with the Mangalacharan mantra. The Adi mantra is a mantra that helps us connect into our highest experience of the self, the experience of the soul, the experience of the witnessing consciousness. The mantra is Ong Namo Gurudev Namo. It translates into I bow to the divine teacher within. We rub the hands together, kind of stimulating energy channels. We call them nadis, and they begin in the navel center and they end in the hands and the feet. And after the Adi mantra, we tune in with the Mangalacharan mantra. This is a mantra of protection, a mantra of surrender. Feel free to join in with me if you know the mantra. Otherwise, just listen to it as a blessing. We press the palms together, balancing right and left hemispheres of the brain, and we tuck the knuckles right into that center of the heart space, putting a little pressure in to activate the vagus nerve here, helping us relax and calm down. Let's take a few deep breaths in through the nose before we begin the Adi mantra. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale to begin. Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Arengre Name Jugarengre Name Saintgre Name Sri Gurudev Name. Arengre Name Jugarengre Name Saintgre Name Sri Gurudev Name. Arengre Name Jugarengre Name Satgure Name Sri Gurudev Name. Take a deep inhale through the breath, through the nose. Root lock. Press that belly out. Suspend third eye focus. And exhale, release. You feel the difference from inhaling like to the inhaling like full inhale, right? So you're taking advantage of much more real estate, breath real estate. And it's much more relaxing. When you're holding the breath up here, there is a level of tension and anxiety, right? Especially the navel center is constricted. When you take in a full deep breath and allow the whole abdomen to blossom out, you're creating an environment of relaxation and release. And that's what you want to do on breath retention, unless otherwise indicated. So happy Halloween! Yay! Happy full moon. Today we're talking about healing ancestral karma. The origin of Halloween, as I mentioned in my recent email, and as I was logging on here today, the origin of Halloween can be traced back to the ancient Celts, my old family, my ancestors. And there was a festival called Samhain, spelled Samhain, Samhain. It's a festival that celebrated the end of the harvest, and it also was a time when it was believed that the spirits of their ancestors wandered at night in the moonlight. And as during that time, they believed that the veil was very thin between the material realm that we currently experience and the subtler realms of spirit. And this was what allowed that thinness of the veil between the two dimensions, or the many dimensions, allowed the spirits to travel on this earthly plane during this time. So I thought it was a wonderful time and opportunity to talk about ancestral karma, to heal that energy of our ancestors, if it is in fact the case that they are wandering around in the moonlight around us during these next few days. And then we're going to use some yogic technology to help make use of the ability to heal these karmic patterns that are kind of hardwired in our nervous system and in our DNA. I think it's beneficial to first briefly discuss karma in general before we get into the specifics of ancestral karma, because, you know, there's, at least from my awareness through my teaching, there's 3 types of karma. You have your personal karma that you generate within your lifetime. You have incarnational karma that you carry over from lifetime to lifetime within your, soul's embodiment. And then you have ancestral karma, which is carried over through your lineage. And that'll be today's topic. But first, let's talk about karma in general. Karma is a relatively neutral thing, I suppose. It's a balancer of universal laws. The quality of energy that is returned to us as a result of an action is a direct result of alignment or misalignment with universal law. Okay, so let me restate that. The quality of energy that is returned to us as a result of an action is a direct result of alignment or misalignment with universal laws. This is what is, offhandedly referred to as good karma and bad karma, right? There is no good karma and bad karma. There's just karma. And depending on the alignment or misalignment with universal law determines kind of its impact. Karma is simply the balance of cause and effect in relation to energy. Every action, word, thought makes an imprint in our energy field and will reflect in the quality of our vibrational frequency and the quality of our experience. As we decide through our own free will to entertain thoughts and generate actions that are in alignment with universal law, we raise our vibrational frequency and progress the soul's evolution. We start to release unconscious and subconscious repetitive patterns that keep us and the circumstances of our lives in the state of suffering. So through a spiritual practice, through participating in yogic technology, our free will starts to come in alignment with universal law, the alignment with universal law. And we raise our vibrational frequency and progress the soul's evolution in this way. When you create karma for yourself, it is yours, right? And you are responsible for balancing the misalignment in your energy field. Otherwise, it will be carried over. This is what we call incarnational karma. This is called generational karma. I'm sorry, I'm misreading my notes here. Sometimes I wonder if my notes are even beneficial to me. Ancestral and generational karma is discordant energy patterns carried over through our lineage. So let's say something happens within the lives of our great-grandmother. She experiences a trauma, and that trauma is not healed within her lifetime. And while she's in that particular lifetime, she gives birth to your your grandparent, one of your grandparents. And the result of the effect of the trauma in her energy field carries over to that grandparent. And then the grandparent doesn't understand or heal that energy field discordance as a result of carrying it in from the DNA of your great-grandmother, and then carries it over into one of your parents, or bestows it into the DNA or the energy field of the parent. And if your parent doesn't heal that trauma in the energy field, then it's bestowed onto you to heal. Okay, so this is what we're talking about with ancestral and generational karma. It is embedded into the DNA and the nervous system of the body that we incarnate into. And what's beautiful is the study of epigenetics is finding that trauma, burdens, unresolved emotions that were imprinted into our ancestors and into our parents' nervous systems are being passed down through the generations. So this is not only just something that was written about in yogic texts now. The study of epigenetics is falling into alignment with what these ancient yogis were telling us. These imprints can burden us, limit our authentic expression, and affect the quality of our lives. And this is, as I mentioned, what the yogis called ancestral karma. All of our ancestral lines are full of lifetimes of unconscious repetitive patterns, right? We're living in a time now where, in many ways, life is easier than it's ever been, right? It's so much, the modern conveniences are out of control in comparison to what they might have been 100 years ago. And living 100 years ago or more, there were so many different challenges that were faced that could not necessarily be overcome in one's lifetime due to the quality of life at the time. So it was carried over and carried over and carried over. And we find ourselves here today carrying our own degree of ancestral karma. Each generation has the opportunity to evolve beyond the prior generation's ancestral karma that was carried in. Family patterns like addiction, depression, suicide, abuse, racism, victim consciousness, this all can seem so powerful and deeply ingrained that it's hard to perceive rising above and beyond, right? Because it's so ingrained in our ancestral lines. I feel, however, compelled to encourage you to consider the reality that the soul existed before the body, right? The soul chooses the family, the body, and the circumstances to incarnate into in order to experience, learn from, and overcome challenges for the purposes of the soul's incarnation. So what I'm suggesting here is that before we became embodied, the soul was setting up its plan for evolution as it incarnates. And this is what we call a soul contract. Ram Dass, one of my favorite teachers, even on my notes when I write the word Ram Dass, I put a little heart next to it, referred to the circumstances of our incarnation as the required curriculum, and the world and the time that we incarnate into and the circumstances that we incarnate into as the one-room schoolhouse. So we have a curriculum that the soul has chosen to impart or take on when we come into this one-room schoolhouse we call the world. Our personal and generational patterns are what we are here to learn from and heal. When we heal these karmic imprints within ourselves, we open up pathways for healing our lineage, all three, past, present, and future. And I don't know if any of you have noticed this, but as you are on a healing journey, whatever type of journey that is, whether it's 12-step, whether it's, Kundalini yoga, whether it's yoga, whether it's some other form of energy healing, you notice as you start to heal, your relationships, your family members even start to heal. It's almost as if some sort of unforeseen bigger pattern is becoming more integral, more integrous, right? Things are healing and everything starts to be aligning not only within your own energy field, but perhaps the energy field of those you're in relationship with and those you're in family connection to. It is said that when we pass into the spiritual dimension, a large portion of our being becomes purified. However, our karma and low vibration energy in our fields remains and will impact the experience of our life in the next incarnations as we carry it over to be healed. In this context, It truly benefits us within our own lifetimes to forgive, to heal, to release anger, to release resentment, and find our way out of destructive karmic patterns. Nothing goes unnoticed in the realm of energy, right? Whether it's secrets, deceptions, lies that nobody ever discovers, right? They imprint within our energy field, and we carry that over with us. That carries over into the DNA, that carries over into the nervous system and into the next incarnation and into our offspring. That said, there is no fear around this. I encourage you to release any fear around this. We are always on a trajectory toward healing and evolution. And trust that the opportunities for healing are always there. They're always present. It is our awareness that must evolve in order to acknowledge and surrender to take advantage of the opportunities for healing and evolution. And that's what we're doing here in Kundalini Yoga. We're raising our awareness. We're raising our vibrational frequency so we can rise above some of these cyclical lower vibrational patterns that not only were created within our own lifetime, were created from past lifetimes, and were created from ancestral patterns that are carried over into the subtlest aspect of our energy fields. So today's sets are going to be really powerful. And I encourage you to sink into not only the experiences within yourself that you can acknowledge and conceive of in your mind, but also surrender over into the energy field that you may not be aware of, that has carried over from past lives, that is carried over from ancestral lineage. And allow that to come up to heal during this time where that veil is very thin. So let's start with our warm-up. Get the spine warmed up, that central channel. Hands on the shins. And this mantra, prana, apana, shushmana, hari, 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 hari. Just listen as we warm up. Prana, apana, shushmana, hari, 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 hari. We're going to be chanting this soon, so I'd like you to listen to it and kind of catch the melody. Prana, apana, shushmana, hari, 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 hari. Prana, apana, shushmana, hari, 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 hari. Prana, apana, shushmana, hari, 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 hari. Let's inhale, hold center, and switch the direction. Keep your ears open to the mantra. Rolling in Sufi circles here. Inhaling forward, exhaling back. Prana, apana, sushmana, hari, 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 hari. Let's go for 4 more in this direction. Prana, apana, shushmana, hari, 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 hari. Inhale, spinal flex forward. Exhale, spinal flex back. Prana, apana, sushmana, hari, hari, hari. Opening up the energy of the central channel. Hari, hari, hari. Moving that cerebral spinal fluid through the central channel in order to create a little pressure up at the pineal gland. Let's go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale. Exhale. Hands onto the shoulders. Inhale, twist left. Exhale, twist right. Inhale left. Exhale right. Keep that tail firmly grounded. Eyes are at the third eye center, extending through the crown of the head.
Hari Hari.
So lift those hands off the shoulders, Gyan Mudra. Pull those elbows back slightly, feeling the opening in the heart center, realignment to the vertebrae of the spine. Inhale left, exhale right.
Sushmana Hari 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 Hari.
So reach those arms up high, 60 degrees. Inhale left, exhale right.
Sushmana Hari Hari.
Feeling that rotational energy at the base of the spine. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, reach the arms high. Exhale, hinge, bow forward and come onto tabletop. Let's move through cat-cow. Hands into the shoulders, knees under the hips. Inhale, chin and tail. Exhale, round and tug.
Sushmana Hari 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 Hari.
Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, chin and tail. Exhale, round, tuck and dome. Sitting back on the heels, forehead to the ground. And while you're here, begin a gentle breath of fire. If you're pregnant or on the first 3 days of your period, instead keep with long, deep breathing. Breath of fire is a rhythmic pumping of the navel, inhaling and exhaling evenly through the nostrils.
Prana Apana Sushmana Hari 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 Hari. Prana Apana Sushmana Hari 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 Hari. Sushmana Hari 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 Hari.
Take a deep inhale. Spend the breath. And exhale. When you're ready, gently rise up to seated cross-legged position. We're going to do a meditation with this mantra, Prana Apana, Shushmana Hadi. Prana Apana, Shushmana Hadi. Okay? It says here, this is called the Trikuti Turvani meditation. Trikuti is the triangle point at the third eye, and Truvani means the cosmic triangle where the flows meet. So we're connecting the Trikuti and the Turvani, the triangle point where flows meet, the flow of energy meets. Okay. The mantra Prana Apana Shushmana Hari Harihar 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 Hari. This mantra, it says on the meditation, is challenging to translate directly. It describes the flow of life force, inflow of cosmic energy, outflow of cosmic energy, balance of cosmic energy, which we've been talking about, through the central channel. Manifested creativity, the 3 gunas are invoked. Harihad, Harihad, Harihad. And manifested through the final word, Hari, your projected consciousness at the brow point and the flow of the universe within you. So it's basically incorporating your individual consciousness and merging it with universal consciousness, right? Allowing us to help balance the energy inside with that of the alignment of the cosmic flow. Okay, so this is a wonderful meditation to help release karma. As it said, we're going to take a Gyan Mudra. Elbows are going to be bent right to the side. Fingers are going to be up to the sky. Eyes are closed down, looking at the tip of the nose. We chant the mantra. Okay? The mantra goes 4 rounds and then a long pause for deep breathing. Let's wait till this cycle ends. Just listen. Soften the shoulders, chin gently drops to the chest, eyes are at the tip of the nose. Take a deep inhale through the nose to begin the cycle of 4. Exhale. Inhale to begin. Prana, Prana, Shushmana, Hari, 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 Hari. Prana, Prana, Shushmana, Hari, 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 Hari. Turning inward. Prana, Prana, Shushmana, Hari, 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 Hari. Prana, Prana, Shushmana, Hari, 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 Hari. Long pause for deep breathing. Prana, Prana, Shushmana, Hari, 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 Hari. 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 2 long deep breaths. No anticipating the future, just staying in the present, the sound current of your breath. Prana, Prana, Shushmana, Hari, 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 Hari. Prana, Prana, Shushmana, Hari, 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 Hari. Prana, Hari Hari Hari. Prana Pana Sushmana Hari 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 Hari. Allowing your awareness to expand beyond the material into the vibrational, spiritual. Prana Pana Sushmana Hari 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 Hari. 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 Keeping that expansive awareness, eyes at the tip of the nose, pressure on the optic nerve, root lock engaged, long spine. Prana Pana Sushmana Hari 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 Hari. 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 Connecting to that energy beyond space and time with those who lived before you, who shared ancestral lines with you. Prana Pana Sushmana Hari 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 Hari. 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 Sending healing to the past, to the future, your genetic line, family members, those who have gone before you and those who will go after you. Prana Pana Sushmana Hari 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 Hari. Prana, Apana, Sushmana, Hari, 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 Hari. Prana, Apana, Sushmana, Hari, 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 Hari. Prana, Apana, Sushmana, Hari, 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 Hari. On our final round, healing the ancestral lines, healing the karmic lines of energy in your DNA. Prana, Apana, Sushmana, Hari, 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 Hari. 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 Take a full deep inhale into the belly. Root lock, third eye. Suspend the breath. Casting this energy into the field, charging the field, clearing the field.
Prana, Apana, Sushmana, Hari,
And exhale.
Hari, 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 Hari. Prana, Apana, Sushmana, Hari.
Be in this space of neutrality.
Hari, Hari.
We can create this space of neutrality. We can cast a whole different level of awareness into our being.
Prana, Apana, Sushmana,
Maybe gaining clearer awareness around some of our subconscious and even unconscious patterns that play out in our field, in our mind, in our energy system, in our emotions.
Sushmana, Hari, 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 Hari.
Some of these unconscious patterns and subconscious patterns are created in this lifetime within our own field. Some of them are carried over. They're much subtler because they were always here. As soon as we started becoming aware, we carried them into our field. They were not generated or created. It makes them a little bit harder to become aware of, to vibrate out of. That's what yogic technology is about. That's what creating stillness and clarity in our awareness is about. Gently blink your eyes open. Today's Kriya set is going to be a fairly physical set that's going to help us clear out some of the energy in the low triangle, some of the energy that's blocked in the low triangle and into the heart. And this will help us gain an awareness beyond some of our compulsive behaviors, right? And some of these compulsive behaviors, like I mentioned, are creations within our own time, within our own lifetime. Some of these compulsions and unconscious, subconscious patterns are a result of the patterns of our lineage. All right, so let's start with this Kriya set. I'm going to come laying down onto the back, please. And if you have a tender low back, you can take the hands under the pelvis to support the low back. We're going to do a breath of fire for the mouth. Okay, as we're laying down on the back, hands can be either next to your hips, or if you have a tender low back, you can slide them right under the pelvis here. Flexed feet. Raising to 90 and lowering. We're opening up that energy in the navel center, using that breath of fire to clear any blocks in the energy centers there in the low triangle. Eyes at third eye center. Making sure you're feeling that pumping in the navel center. The breath should be moving all the way down into the navel. More seconds. Stay with me. Inhale. Hold the legs up at 90, suspend the breath, big belly, root lock, third eye. And exhale, release. Just rest for a moment. Some Kriya sets, we have a lot of rest in between. Some, it's a little bit more rapid pace between, and today will be a little bit more like that. We're going to be moving from one aspect to the other rather quickly. Keeping with that breath of fire in the O mouth, hands can remain under the sacrum if you like, or next to the hips. Keep those feet flexed. We're alternating the lifting and lowering of the legs. Going at a pace that works for you, that's both challenging and sustainable, finding that middle ground, that balance point between effort and sustainability. These exercises are a powerful combination of yogic technology to help us gain mastery over our being. Right? It's clearing bad patterns, or I don't say bad patterns, low frequency patterns that are either generated in our lifetime or carried over to help us vibrate in a higher frequency and raise above old patterns of behavior. Stay strong, put in a good effort here. Clear some of those resistances that you have to this effort. Thirty more seconds. Inhale, both legs up. Suspend, root lock, third eye. And exhale. Release and relax. And maybe put one hand on your belly and feel your pulse in the navel center. Signifying a nice balancing of the navel center energy. All right. When you're ready, please tuck the knees into the chest. Hands under the hinges of the knees. I'm going to rock up and back just a few times, massaging that energy through the central channel. And then as you rock up, cross over the shins and hop yourself onto a tabletop position. Okay? Lots of breath of fire today, so please remember, if you're pregnant or on the first 3 days of your moon cycle, long deep breathing replaces. Okay? Now we're going to come into cow pose, and we're going to alternate rear leg lifts. So the breath of fire remains, as you see my belly moving, and I'm going to alternate. Again, go at a pace that works for you, something that's sustainable. Getting into the kidneys and into the adrenals. Life nerve in the back of the leg. Let's go for 30 more seconds. And inhale. Root lock, third eye. Exhale, briefly sit back into child's pose. Not out of the woods yet, guys. Forehead down to the ground. I love this set. It's a very powerfully full body clearing set. Take about 2 more breaths in this child's pose, allowing everything to assimilate naturally and properly. And then let's come right back up tabletop, and we're going to add on to that last part of the set, doing a little bit of balancing between right and left hemispheres of the brain. So as I was lifting and extending the legs behind me, now I'm going to add an alternate arm, right? So as my right leg lifts, my left arm lifts. And as my left leg lifts, my right arm lifts. Okay, keep that navel engaged so we're not sinking too much into the low back. We want to keep the navel engaged, and we continue with that powerful O-mouth breath of fire. Here we go. allows. And just reach and extend. Let's go for 30 more seconds. Stay with it. And inhale, come center. Exhale, come back onto the heels. Sit again in child's pose, forehead to the ground. And just allow it all to assimilate. Long, deep breathing. This is a Kriya set called Master Your Domain. It gives you the clearing and the energy and the vitality to rise above deeply ingrained patterns and habits. Start to master your domain. As opposed to being mastered by the mind and mastered by the compulsions in the nervous system. The unmet needs in those 7 energy centers. Alright, let's rise up. You're all going to be excited. We're going to do a set of frogs here. We're going to go for 26 frogs. Okay? So I'm going to come facing you. I'm going to hop up onto the balls of my feet. Let me see what next song is in queue here. All right. Fingertips on the ground, right? Very strong, tented fingers. I'm going to show you a modification in a moment if being down in this position is outside of your wheelhouse. But I first want to demonstrate frogs. I'm going to inhale, lift my hips, drop my chin to my chest. Exhale, drop my hips, lift my head to the sky. So let's go like this. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. As my hair sweeps through. Modification, ground feet, hands on the thighs. Inhale, exhale to rise. Inhale to bow forward, exhale to rise. Which may seem somewhat counterintuitive, but that's how we're doing it, all right? Here we go. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Let's go for 26 on my count. Either follow my pace or set your own. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Keep the breath strong. 4, 5. Feel that heat in your legs. 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Almost there. 8, 9, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Extend the legs out. Ground the feet. Hips distance apart and just gently hang in a forward fold. Set up Shakti, set up Shakti, set up Shakti. Namo, Namo. When you're ready, lift up to flat spine. Extend through the crown of the head. And then exhale, come down, seated cross-leg position. All right. Oh, those are always fun, aren't they? This next exercise stimulates the heart, the circulatory system, and the glandular system. Very powerful. It's also a good mental training. Okay? Like this very tribal sound. My arms are going to be up at 60. Shoulders down away from the ears, chin to the chest. This is my inhale. Exhale, arms come right up over the top of my head. So it looks like this. Eyes at third eye. As if we're stretching energy over the crown chakra between the two palms. Envision just stretching light energy between the two palms over the crown of the head. It is through the crown chakra that we can connect with the dimensions that are subtler than the material. We can connect with our ancestral lines. And maybe heal through us what they were unable to heal for themselves in their time. And thus bestowing a whole line of energetic healing throughout the whole span of your ancestral line, past, present, and future. Using the belly for this breath. Big belly to inhale, contract the belly to exhale. Eyes at third eye. Last 30 seconds. And inhale, hold the arms at that 60 degrees. Root lock, big belly, third eye. Suspend the breath. Keep the posture. One more time, inhale. Exhale. Hands come down, Gyan Mudra. elevated awareness and perspective. When you're ready, gently come laying down onto your mat. Feet and thighs turn out naturally. Let that tailbone turn down as you come laying down, creating length in the low back. Palms face up next to the hips. Feeling your whole being, physical body, bones, joints, muscles, tissues, skin. Your whole physicality being supported by the ground beneath you. Fully supported in a way that allows you to relax completely. Allow the breath to be self-directed. Allow the chin to tuck to the chest, jaw softens. Tongue relaxes in the mouth. Ears fall back. And eyes sink back. Gently wiggling your fingers and your toes. And draw your knees into your chest. Wrap your forearms around your shins and rock from side to side. And roll onto one side into fetal position. And while you're down there, take a full deep breath in through the nose. Sigh it out. As if you're releasing lifetimes worth of burden, right? One more time. Inhale. Sigh it out. And gently come, rising up into seated cross-leg position. And in our closing meditation, we're going to do a meditation that is to release ancestral karma, right? We got a Kriya for that too. And it involves a particular mudra. Let's see. It's going to be right hand comes over the heart center. Left hand flips behind, so the back of the hand is over the heart center, okay? To whatever degree you can make contact with the upper mid-back. Maybe it only goes to the mid-back there, but that's okay. Just make sure that the back of the hand is on the back. Right hand on the heart, left hand on the back. Eyes are closed, drawn up to third eye center. And we're going to be chanting Guru Guru Wahe Guru Guru Ram Das Guru. That is the mantra of the week that we have this week. And it also just so happens, conveniently, to be the mantra associated with the meditation to release ancestral karma. Okay, so the energy of the heart holds a lot of imprinting. Imprinting that's not only present from childhood traumas and even events in utero. The heart center can hold on imprints from the DNA, from our ancestral experiences. So either mentally chanting this mantra or chanting it out loud with me. Guru Guru Wahe Guru Guru Ram Das Guru. Eyes are at third eye center. Let's take a deep breath in to begin. Guru Guru Wahe Guru Guru Ram Das Guru. 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 Guru Guru Wahe Guru Ram Das Guru 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 Vaheguru 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 Guru Ram Das Guru Guru Ram Das Guru Guru Ram Das Guru. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Suspend the breath. Charging that field on the held breath. And exhale, release. Hands come on. Tigyan Mudra. Just sit in a meditative space for a few moments. Assimilating all the work that was done today. 2 meditations to clear karma, one specifically for ancestral karma. Kriya set to help us master our domain, maintain awareness and control within our field. Discernment. And blessing those who came before us, blessing ourselves here in the present, and blessing those who have yet to come before us, after us rather. And sending that blessing out into the past, present, and future for healing and evolution. Let's bring the hands to the heart center. May the long-time sun shine upon you. All love surround you. And the pure light within you guide your way on. Let's close out with 3 long vibrational expressions of the mantra Sat Nam, declaring truth is our identity, casting it out into the ethers, allowing the universe to respond to us with cause and effect of the opportunities to gain a deeper awareness into our true nature. Let's take a deep breath in through the nose to begin. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Suspend it, root lock, third eye. Bring folded hands to third eye center. Blessing that you'll be guided by intuition and have the wisdom and courage to follow it. Exhale, bowing forward. Satnam, namaste. Blinking the eyes open. Well done today, guys. Happy Halloween. And I hope you liked that little class in the meditations we did, healing karma and ancestral karma. If you have any questions, please pop those into the field. We have Steve Shalin. Thank you, Kara. Oh, Jeff Shalin. Thank you, Kara from Houston. You're welcome, Jeff. A couple closing notes. Starting this coming week, Yoga Club will be having some morning classes during the week. So we have a Monday Kundalini class at 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern. Tuesday, starting on the 10th, our flow class will move from 5:30 p.m. Pacific time to 7 a.m. Pacific time. Wednesday, I teach with Kundalini University. Thursday, we will have a morning Kundalini class starting this week on the 5th at 7 a.m. All right, so lots to look forward to in that way. And then we always have our Sunday flow class. Will be tomorrow at 8:45 in the morning. If you're a Yoga Club yogi with me, tomorrow will be the drawing for the raffle winner. So if you can make it to class tomorrow, that's great. Even if you're not in class and you happen to win, don't worry. I'll get notification out to you. You're welcome, Howard. Thank you. So you can practice with me on Yoga Club. Go to carolooney.com and go to the Yoga Club tab. You'll see all the different membership options, and we also have drop-in options. And then you can practice with me on Wednesdays at Kundalini University. All the music today was found on Yogi Tunes, which is a great app that helps make use of copyrighted music. And that's it. You guys have a great and happy Halloween. Be safe. And we'll see you next Saturday, if not beforehand, on Yoga Club classes or at Kundalini University. Feel free to email me if you have any questions, carolooneyyoga@gmail.com. And if you would like to donate to today's class, give an energy exchange, you can find me on PayPal under carolooneyyoga@gmail.com, or you can find me on Square Cash and Zelly. I'll stick around for a moment here, see if anyone else has anything they'd like to say into the field. I find myself jumping off rather quickly sometimes, and then after I've jumped off, there's messages that have been sent. So if you have anything you'd like to say or ask, please feel free to do so. I do want to make a distinction. Spiritual names, they're very funny, right? I mentioned Ram Dass, who was one of my most favorite spiritual teachers of all times, formerly known as Richard Alpert, who was a spiritual teacher in the 60s and 70s, all the way up till his recent passing. He still remains a teacher in the etheric realm. And then I refer to Guru Ram Dass like in the mantra. Now, Guru Ram Dass was one of the Sikh gurus. And oftentimes there will be teachers named Ram Dass, and you're like, are they all the same person? What's going on? So just so you know, when I reference Ram Dass as a spiritual teacher that has been relevant in my present life, I'm talking about Richard Alpert, Ram Dass, who recently passed. And then in the mantra we just chanted, we're referring to the Sikh Guru Ram Dass, who was an avatar similar to Christ or Buddha, very heart-centered teacher. And when we chant the Guru Ram Das or we meditate on Guru Ram Das, we're connecting to that energy of the heart. Melinda Marley, Satnam. Thank you, Melinda. All right, guys. Well, have a great Halloween and connect with your ancestors today. All right. We'll see you next time. Satnam. Bye-bye.